The mother leaves her daughter standing in the middle of the road. A woman sees a car coming and quickly gives her little baby to the girl. The little girl asks, "Can I move this box now?" The mother replies, "No, no, no. Stay here quietly, okay?" The mother leaves her child and goes to meet her boyfriend, but the aunt sees everything. She runs and saves the little girl. The aunt sees her sister standing with another man and says, "Here is your mother. Come on, let's go." She takes the little girl to her mother. The mother asks, "Sister, what are you doing here?" The aunt replies, "What am I doing here? Thank God I came on time, or your kids would have been run over." The boyfriend interrupts, Wait, your kids?" The woman quickly says, "No, no, my love. Do you think these are my kids?" "No, they are my sister's kids." "Yes, that's the truth." The little girl cries and says, "But why are you saying this, mommy?" The mother smiles and says, "Oh, how sweet. She calls me mommy with love." Then she tells her boyfriend, "My love, why don't you go ahead and wait for me, okay?" The boyfriend leaves. The aunt says angrily, "Teresa, what is all this? Who is this man?" The mother answers, "He is my boyfriend, okay? And he has a lot of money. He will take me out of this poverty. That's why I don't want him to know I have kids." The aunt shouts, "But Teresa, I can't believe you are doing this. Denying your own children for a man?" The mother yells, "Enough. Don't give me your moral lessons." The mother leaves her children and walks away. The aunt calls, "Teresa, stop. Wait for your kids." But the mother doesn't stop. The aunt takes the children home and cares for them. The little girl sadly says, "I miss my mommy, but she doesn't love us." The aunt comforts her. "Don't say that, my dear. She loves you." Sometime later, the mother comes home drunk. The little girl tries to hug her, but the mother pushes her away and goes to her room to grab her bag. The sister asks, "Where are you going with that bag?" The mother says, "To start a new life, far away from this poverty." The aunt says in shock, "But Teresa, what about your kids? What about Maita?" The mother coldly says, "You can keep them, give them away, or send them to an orphanage. Do whatever you want." The little girl cries, "Mommy, please don't go." The mother says, "Leave me. Goodbye forever." She takes her things and leaves forever. The little girl cries loudly and calls her mother. The mother moves into a new house with her boyfriend and is happy. Meanwhile, the little girl sells things to help her aunt with expenses. One day, the little girl sees her mother and runs to her, but the mother pushes her away. The little girl says, "Mommy, please come back home. I miss you so much." The mother coldly says, "I don't miss you. My life is much better without you." The mother leaves again. Days later, there is no food or money. The aunt says, "Oh God, what will I feed my kids?" The little girl comes to the aunt and says, "Don't be sad. Look, I made this drawing for you." The aunt looks at the drawing and cries, "So beautiful, my dear. Thank you." The little girl asks, "Can I call you mommy?" The aunt smiles and says, "Yes, of course. And I will call you my daughter, because you and your brother are my own kids now." The aunt hugs her and says, "I will fight for you with all my strength." Meanwhile, the boyfriend comes home and the girlfriend says, "Surprise, you're going to be a daddy." Then the man brings another woman into the house. The girlfriend asks, "Who is she?" The man says, "She is my new girlfriend." "What do you mean, new girlfriend? I am your woman." The man says, "We are not married, and I told you, I don't like kids. I'm a businessman. I like business, not changing diapers." The girlfriend says, "How can you say that? This baby is a sign of our love." He pushes her out of the house. Meanwhile, the aunt and the little girl return home after selling things. The aunt happily says, "My dear, we sold so many tamales today. Look, this is what we earned. Now I'll buy you a uniform and new notebooks." Suddenly, someone knocks on the door. It's Teresa. The aunt says, "What are you doing here?" Teresa cries, "Flavio threw me out," and angrily says, "Teresa, you chose to leave." What the mother cries to her daughter, "My daughter, will you forgive me?" The little girl with tears in her eyes says, "Don't call me daughter, lady. I have only one mother." And the mother says, "But I am your real mother." The little girl angrily says, "You left us long ago. Mommy and Nita never left us." The aunt says, "I am so sorry, Teresa. It breaks my heart to see you like this. But I hope you learned your lesson. The most valuable thing in life is family. Goodbye, Teresa." The aunt walks away with the kids and Teresa is left alone forever. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.